JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, bodies of 3 unidentified men found in St. James community. Members of the St. James Police Division are investigating the murder of 3 unidentified men whose bodies were discovered in the community of Mount Zion in the parish Saturday night. A senior police official said that the police are theorizing that the men were killed and their bodies dumped in the area. One of the men was clad in green shorts and sports a low-cut hair, while the other 2 were wearing jeans shorts and sporting cornrow hairstyles. Bodies of 2 men found in Kingston Gully. 2 men were shot dead along Addydale Street in Kingston Saturday night. The bodies of the men, which are still unidentified, were found in a gully along the roadway. It was reported that around 10:20 p.m., residents reported hearing explosions sounding like gunshots, and the police were summoned. On their arrival, a 2014 white Nissan Sylphy motor car was seen parked along Mitchell Street with 2 9mm spent casings and what appeared to be blood on the road close to the vehicle. Police followed the blood trail running from the car onto Addydale Street, where the bodies of the men were seen lying in the nearby gully. The scene was processed by the police Sunday morning, and the bodies taken to hospital where they were confirmed dead. They were then removed to the morgue. Hopewell in Hanover records 4th murder in 7 days. A man was stabbed to death in Hopewell, Hanover on Saturday afternoon. In the same time period, Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, was still in the community. That's now recorded his 4th murder in 7 days. The latest victim has been identified so far only as Clarksman, who was living in the community up to the time of his death. Reports are that about 4 p.m., the man was standing outside a bar and restaurant at the beachfront along Hopewell Main Road when he was attacked by an unidentified male armed with 3 knives. The attacker stabbed the man multiple times before escaping in the area on foot. The man died on the spot. Police later arrived and removed the body to a morgue. Clarksman is the 4th person to be murdered in the Hopewell community over the past 7 days. Chang toured several violent communities in western Jamaica on Saturday. 2 shot in Manchester bar attack. A man and a woman were shot and injured in an attack at a bar in the New Green community of Manchester on Saturday night. According to police reports, at approximately 8:45 p.m., the victims were among patrons at the business establishment in New Green Square when they were pounced upon by a lone gunman who opened fire, hitting them before escaping. The woman is said to have sustained gunshot wounds to the head. The area has seen a flare-up in violence in recent months. On March 3, cook shop operator Catherine Matthews, 39, was shot dead and her husband injured as the 2 walked home from their shop in the night. Gunman kills vendor stall in Linstead Market. Vendors and shoppers at the Linstead Market in St. Catherine were sent scampering for cover Saturday night after a gunman opened fire on a female higgler. At the end of the shooting, 55-year-old Marcy Smith was found dead. Smith is a resident of Tradeways District in the parish, and she operated a stall in the market. It was reported that around 7:30 p.m., Smith was at her stall when she was approached by a man from behind. Police said the man pulled a gun and fired 1 shot at her, hitting the vendor in the back of her head, killing her on the spot. The man then fled during the ensuing melee. Smith, police said, was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. No motive has been established for the attack, the police said. Vendor killed, man injured in St. Mary Market gun attack. A 39-year-old vendor of Deanspan in St. Mary was shot dead on Saturday in the Highgate Market, while another man was wounded. According to reports, around 3:20 p.m. during the busy market hours, Shelton Watson, also known as Nan, was in the market gambling when a lone gunman approached him and opened fire at him. The shooting resulted in chaos as vendors and shoppers sought cover. The gunman reportedly escaped on foot. It was later discovered that a mute man named Colin Chin had also received a gunshot wound to his leg. Both men were taken to hospital, where Watson succumbed to his injuries while Chin was treated and sent home. No motive for the shooting has been revealed. The Highgate police are investigating. JNABM vandalized in Santa Cruz. Police have confirmed that the Jamaica National Automated Banking Machine, ABM, in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth, was vandalized on Saturday night. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Superintendent Kenneth Chin, said that an investigation was ongoing to determine if any cash was stolen. There was an incident, but it is too early to say if any money was stolen, but it seems intact so far, he said. On Thursday, Superintendent Chin told councillors at the monthly meeting of the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation of arrests made following several robberies. He said a suspect in a supermarket robbery in Santa Cruz, who turned up at hospital after reportedly accidentally shooting himself in the foot, is being investigated for his alleged involvement in an attempted robbery and attack on a beryllium money courier in Bogill near Balaclava. He gave a statement in which he said he was involved, but he's not committing that to a caution statement. Although he said he was involved, we don't have any proof that he was involved other than his word, which he has not committed to writing, Chin explained. Passerby pretends to be relative, then robs crash victim of valuables. The St. Mary police have been left in shock and disbelief after a man who pretended to be the relative of a crash victim stole his valuables, including a cell phone, which he used to call relatives of the victim the same day. The shocking incident occurred on the Boscobel Main Road on Tuesday after 51-year-old Nixon Bernard lost control of his Toyota Voxy, which ended up hitting an embankment. To the dismay of the police, a passerby came on the scene, pretended to be Bernard's relative, and left with some of Bernard's belongings. It just goes to show the level of callousness that is in the society, said head of the St. Mary Police, Superintendent Bobette Morgan Simpson, as she addressed Thursday's meeting of the St. Mary Municipal Corporation. She highlighted the shocking incident in remarks at the meeting, during which she also expressed alarm at the number of crashes that have been reported in the parish since the start of the year. In relation to Tuesday's fatal crash, Morgan Simpson said the victim had left a party which he staged when tragedy occurred on the roadway. In this particular accident, the gentleman had a party the same night and he was on his way home, met in an accident, was out unconscious, and somebody actually went there, identified himself as a relative, took the money, departed, took his phone, made a telephone call to somebody to say that he was injured, and that's it, the senior law enforcer outlined. She lamented that the passerby didn't care about the man who was there, that probably was still alive and might need help to get medical care. That was not important, and we have seen so many incidents where persons are really just what they can get, Morgan Simpson indicated. The police are trying to locate the individual. Dem Thief Milan, a dispute is brewing over whether the Jamaica Defence Force JDF got permission from the right person to construct a cell tower in the community of Cocoa Walk in CRUZ Keys, southern Manchester. On May 5, Karen Otar, through his attorney John Jr., gave the Army 21 days to respond to his complaint that the tower was built without his permission on land gifted to him in 2009. Them can't thief me land. Not because they see me as a little poor man. They want to use brute force to take my land from me. Them no want to give me no justice. They want to feel that me not have no talk over it. Otar 43, a farmer said last week. But the JDF is insisting that it signed a lease with the registered owner of the land in question. We understand that the subject land is no matter of dispute. The JDF awaits the resolution of the issue to inform of further actions if required, the Army said in a statement on May 11. But the 84-year-old landowner, who did not want to be named, said while her name still appears on the title for the land, the portion on which the tower is built was gifted to Otar. A critical bit of information, she said, was shared with the JDF before it started work on the tower. According to her, another piece of land that she owned was identified for the tower, but somehow work was done on the land gifted to Otar. When them come, I said to them, say me give the land to him, so me not going to put it there. Them said them I go serve a piece of my land 1 square because him say him nah sell it, she explained. She said she did not have a copy of the lease agreement with the JDF and that she gave permission to a senior member of the community to sign the documents on her behalf who still has possession of them. That official could not be reached by telephone. Otar got the land as a gift in 2009 for saving the life of the landowner's brother during a stabbing attack. Me said to my brother who is now dead, say me not have anything to give him and him not have nowhere to live, so me could give him a house spot, the woman said. The offer of 5,445 square feet or 0.125 acres of land was made on January 8, 2009, according to an original version of the deed of gift. It said the donor granted and transferred the land along with all the liberties, privileges, casements and advantages apparent thereto, and all the estate, rights, title, interest use, inheritance, possession, benefit, claims and demands to the use of the donee absolutely. The document was witnessed by a justice of the peace. Although the deed of gift was signed in 2009, it was not registered with the Registrar's General Department, Jamaica's Keeper of Records, until November 10, 2022. Otar does not have a title for the property, and issue said it's been rectified. But according to his lawyer, the deed of gift is sufficient to show ownership interest and is what he said is viewed as a title at common law. Junior said that since being retained from about mid-2022, he wrote the army on at least 3 occasions, providing documents to support Otar's claim to the property, and that the army was effectively trespassing without compensation being paid. Our last communication with them is that should we not hear from them, we'll seek to enforce his rights elsewhere, that is in the courts, he said, referring to the letter he said was sent on May 5. That letter, the lawyer said, restated the terms of a previous missive, which called for the JDF to recognize Otar's claim and to sit down with us and negotiate a settlement of the matter. Junior added that Otar is not objecting to JDF having the tower. He's prepared to talk to them, but I don't know if it's military arrogance or maybe a lack of knowledge of what the law is. Otar argued that if the land belonged to the government and he was squatting on it, then the authorities would have used force to remove him. If it was a capture land, a government land that I, and Otar had, then they would come and bulldoze me down, and push me off. Them can't thief me land because me have it said them a thief me land, he declared. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.